afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Was that fun or what? How about a round of applause for the exciting Northern Shaolin Lion Dance team? Led by the dynamic director, Mr. Ken Hui. All right, my name is Gigi Yam, and it is my honor this afternoon to be your guide as we begin the 2022 Los Angeles Lantern Festival. Now today we are bringing the dancers, the martial artists, the musicians, music, and much more directly to you live from El Pueblo. To begin, please join me and welcome the chair of the board of directors of the Friends of the Chinese American Museum. Please welcome Dr. Gay Yun.
Thank you so much, Gigi. And a welcome to everyone who is live streaming and watching us today. Once again, we're coming to you virtually. In the past, pre-COVID, this festival brought over 10,000 people, and these are families with children that enjoy making the crafts, making food, making and watching the programs. And so hopefully next year, we will welcome you back in person for our 22nd Lantern Festival in person, and hopefully we're gonna break our record of over 10,000. In the meantime, I also wanna welcome those of you who are live in the audience right now. And on behalf of the board of the Friends of the Chinese American Museum, along with our staff and all our supporters, I'd like to welcome you all and wishing you all a very happy new year, plus a very healthy year of the tiger and a very, very prosperous 2022. 歡迎大家今日嚟環美博物館，祝大家新年快樂，萬事如意，虎年順順利利，大家身體健康。希望明年2022年會親自歡迎各位嚟到環美博物館嚟參觀我哋嘅 Lantern Festival。多謝。
Thank you, Dr. Gay Yun. Let's show our appreciation again to Dr. Gay Yun, along with the Chinese American Museum and the museum executive director, Mr. McCourt, and also his staff who have worked so tirelessly to bring the Lantern Festival to you here at El Pueblo. Ooh, it's so windy today, but at this time, there's so many people that we like to meet and thank. So let's first bring up the president of the El Pueblo, the Los Angeles Historical Monument Authority, Miss Patricia Alarcon.
Hi, good afternoon. It's a beautiful day today. We thought it was gonna rain, but look at this beautiful, beautiful day. So my name is Patricia Alarcon, Commission President here at El Pueblo de Los Angeles Historical Monument. And on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, El Pueblo Department, and the Board of Commissioners, I'm so pleased to join you today to celebrate the lunar calendar year at the 21st anniversary of the Los Angeles Lantern Festival. A beautiful day to honor the ancestors with hope and peace. Thank you to Michael Trong, Executive Director at CAM, for the invitation, to Gay Yun, David Louis for your friendship and guidance, elected officials, Assemblymember Carrillo, Assemblymember Fong, and Hong from from Supervisor Solis' office as well, guests and community present today. Now, it's been a long time since I've had a speech, and this is just some beautiful day to have one today. So El Pueblo de Los Angeles Historical Monument is a living museum, and my role as Commission President, along with my fellow commissioners, is to promote this area, to safeguard it and preserve it. It's the city's birthplace, so we preserve the cultural diversity along with the historical enrichment for all of us here today and those that visit us in the future. At El Pueblo, CAM is part of this vision and enhances this amazing space with educational and cultural events like today, the Lantern Festival, which brings new beginnings and hope for all. The El Pueblo Department and Board of Commissioners is grateful and honored to support CAM. I welcome the community, everyone here today, to continue their support, participate, and to enrich our lives with the beauty of history and cultural diversity that we experience at El Pueblo. The Chinese culture has enriched the communities and lives around the world. One specific area is Mexicali, located in a little town in Baja California, Mexico. In the 1850s, migrant families from China settled in Mexicali, Mexico, and today is one of the strongest Chinese communities in Mexico. This Mexican town has a strong Chinese community with families creating cultural spaces such as we have it here at El Pueblo. I am inspired and admired when diversity, supported and shared in different countries, spaces, and cultures take effect. Therefore, thank you, CAM, for sharing this special day with all of us in the city of Los Angeles and beyond. The El Pueblo Board of Commissioners looks forward to working with all of you. Congratulations on this memorable day.
Thank you, Ms. Alarcon. And at this time, it is our privilege to bring to the stage a great friend of the Chinese American Museum, who also happens to be our state representative, the Honorable Wendy Carrillo, Assembly Member from the 51st District. Please welcome Wendy.
Hello and good afternoon to all. Buenas tardes a todos, to all of you watching this beautiful live stream to the 21st Annual Lantern Festival right here at Placita Olvera, right here in the 1st Street for our great city of Los Angeles. It's so nice to be with you all today. I actually remember dancing folklorico at this very gazebo many, many years ago. This space is very important to our community. It is a space where we gather Aztec dancers, the church right across. It's a space for family. And today we are celebrating the wonderful diversity of our city, the importance of culture, food, celebration, the Year of the Tiger. And to see so many families gather here today is just it's a reminder of how beautiful and diverse our city is. Es un placer estar aquí con ustedes. Bienvenidas a todas las familias que están aquí celebrando hoy el Festival de las Linternas aquí en Placita Olvera, en el pueblo de Los Ángeles, con nuestra comunidad china-americana, nuestra comunidad latina, para poder celebrar la diversa población de nuestra bonita ciudad. Yo me recuerdo venir aquí desde niña con mi familia, mi abuelita le encantaba venir aquí, que en paz descanse, para poder celebrar toda la gente que hace nuestra ciudad tan bella. Así que bienvenidos, y hay que celebrar nuestra cultura, nuestra diversidad y la importancia de estar unidos por los últimos 2 años que hemos sufrido por la pandemia. Pero estamos aquí saludables, estamos vivos, estamos contentos y estamos aquí en familia celebrando la diversa cultura de nuestra bonita ciudad. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much to all of you.
Muchas gracias. Thank you, the Honorable Wendy Carrillo. And next, our special guest is the past president of the California State Senate and a great friend of the Chinese American community. He currently serves on the Los Angeles City Council representing the 14th District. Please help me to bring to the stage Council Member Kevin De Leon.
Gigi, thank you so very much. It's an honor to be here for each and every one of you. How are we doing today? We're going to have to do a little better than that, my friends. How are we doing today? To all my friends, to each and every one of you, ni hama, to our very own Gay, thank you so very much for your incredible leadership. We just had our wonderful Assemblywoman who fights for us each and every day up in our own state capital. Let's give it for our very own Wendy Carrillo. And also, by the way, we also have one of our newest members of the California State Legislature, a Chinese American who grew up right over here, right over, not the original Chinatown, but the second version of Chinatown 2.0 here in the great city of LA. That's no other. You went to Castlelar, didn't you? He went to Castlelar Elementary School right down the street. Let's get it for our newest Mike Fong, Assembly Member Mike Fong. You had Judy Chu, you had Mike Ng, you had Ed Chow, and now we have Mike Fong. So I know that Wendy's looking forward to working with you very closely, neighboring assembly districts, to do what we need to do collectively to help our community right here in the great city of Los Angeles. It gives me great pleasure to attend this joyous and grand ceremony to celebrate the traditional Lantern Festival. And for me, let me say this. This is not just about history or about tradition, because it is very, very personal, because it represents my roots as well. And my sincere thanks goes to all the good folks at CAM, the Chinese American Museum, for hosting, to our very own Madam Dr. PhD, Dr. Gay Yin. Let's get up for our very own Gay Yin. To our general manager in the house who's running around here in a sweater, Michael Trong. Michael Trong, where's Michael Trong? Michael Trong, you look like a hipster, not a general manager. To all the distinguished guests, the performers, everyone who's present here today, the Lantern Festival is one of the oldest living traditions in human history, actually dating back over 2,000 years. And of course, there are many stories about why this festival takes place. From Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, to another story rooted in Taoism, and yet another centered on the Jade Emperor and the maid named Yuan Xiao. Regardless of the original story, the Lanterns Festival's tradition of celebrating family and society has remained. The symbolism is very simple and beautiful, speaking to the hearts of every human being. Though the Lantern Festival symbolizes reunions, it's also about socializing, and it's about freedom. In fact, I've invited some of my own family members to join me here today for this joyous celebration, someone who I met for the first time in my life just last year. And the passing of my father, my biological father, actually brought us together. That's no other than Vincent Xiao. Vincent Xiao, please raise your hand so they can see you. Vincent or Vicente. He looks like the Chinese Al Pacino, if you see him very closely. Very handsome man you are. This new year, the year of the tiger, El Tigre. And today's festival reminds us about how very important family plays a role in our own lives as well as society. The year of the tiger is said by some to symbolize courage and bravery. So the new year could symbolize resilience and strength, even in times of trouble. If you look around and you see one of our struggles in the form of the city's humanitarian crisis, the issue of homelessness, you see those suffering, those living on our streets. I'm very proud to state that over the past 3 months, when we began in December, we were able to house actually 200 people who were experiencing homelessness right here at El Pueblo, at a very civic center. 200 people who are living on concrete, cement, and asphalt, living in the cold and braving the cold rain. 200 people who now have a modicum, a baseline of dignity and respect by putting a roof over their head, not living out on the streets, not waiting for the perfect to get in the way of the good, to find out permanent housing when we could put a roof over their head so they can live with dignity and respect. So I want to say to each and every one of you, I want to wish you an amazing, happy Lantern Festival to all. And lastly, para todos mis amigos, mis amigas, presentes hoy día, toda mi gente latina emigrante, somos seres humanos que merecemos dignidad y respeto. ¿Sí o no? Así es. Y así que celebramos el año del tigre, porque somos todos tigres. Si somos tigres del norte, o si somos tigres chino-americanos. No, todos somos una sola familia porque somos la ciudad de Los Ángeles. We're one LA, we're one great city. Thank you to each and every one of you. Shay Shay.
Thank you. What a wonderful speech. Thank you, Honorable De Leon. And our next speaker, like the Honorable De Leon just introduced, he's the past president of the Los Angeles Community College Board of Trustees, who less than 3 weeks ago won a special election in the San Gabriel Valley to join the State Assembly representing the 49th District. That's right, we all know him. So first of all, let's congratulate Assembly Member Mike Fong on his election and welcome him to the Lantern Festival stage.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much, Gigi, for that wonderful introduction. How's everyone doing out here today? Everyone fired up? Hope you're doing well and staying safe in these very challenging times. It's so good to see each and every one of you here today for the celebration here for the Lantern Festival. Gong Hei Fa Choi, Feliz Año Nuevo, Dagaho. On behalf of, as Assembly Member for the 49th Assembly District, it's my distinct honor and privilege to bring warm greetings to each and every one of you gathered here today for this wonderful celebration. And to my colleagues, the Honorable Assembly Member Wendy Carrillo, thank you so much for your amazing leadership here in the state of California. Let's give her a big round of applause for everything she's doing for the Chinese American Museum, for Chinatown, for the greater community. And to the Honorable Kevin De Leon, Council Member, 14th District, thank you so much for your amazing leadership and everything you've done for the state of California, for Los Angeles and the 14th Council District. Thank you so much for your amazing leadership. Let's give it up for Council Member Kevin De Leon. And to Patricia Alarcon, my longtime friend, and to Dr. Gay Yun, and to Gigi, and to Wong, and to each and every one of you. To Ed Liu, to Michael Truong, and the Chinese American Museum for organizing today's event, for your leadership and efforts in fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation for America's diverse heritage, and researching and preserving the rich cultural legacy and history and contributions of Chinese Americans to Los Angeles, to Southern California, to the great state of California, and to our great nation. Best wishes to you and yours on a wonderful celebration and a wonderful, healthy, happy, prosperous Lunar New Year of the Tiger. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful celebration. Thank you, Chinese American Museum.
Thank you, Assembly Member Fong, and congratulations again on your election. The Chinese American Museum is thankful for support we receive from our elected representatives, including tremendous encouragement throughout the years from Los Angeles County Supervisor Hilda Solis. So joining us on behalf of the Supervisor today is her deputy. Please welcome Mr. Hong Wen.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? I can't rile up the crowd as Mike does. It's an honor to be here and following the Honorable De Leon and Assembly Members Carrillo and Mike Fong, newly elected Assembly Member. On behalf of the Supervisor Hilda Solis, my name is Huang Wen. We are so supportive of all the programs that Dr. Gay Yuan does. The Chinese American Museum is a cultural hub for the 1st District, which includes Chinatown, and we have been supporters of it for a long, long time. The supervisor, in fact, allocated $750,000 in discretionary funding to fund the new gallery within the Chinese American Museum. So there's going to be a new wing within the Chinese American Museum. And that was through the efforts of Dr. Gay Yuan as well. So thank you for that. And let's get the performance started. I don't want to keep everyone too long. And it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Deputy Wen. All right. Well, those of you who are, at Zoom, seeing us online, and those of you standing here who is in down jacket, I want to tell you there are 6 really courageous girls who are here. That's right, making their first official public appearance. The 2022 Miss Chinatown Los Angeles. So please join me in welcome Miss Chinatown Los Angeles Chelsea Wu and her court. And may I ask each of you to please introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. For those tuning in from home, thank you for watching. My name is Chelsea Wu. I am an attorney, and I am the queen of the Miss Chinatown Los Angeles Court. Thank you. The Lantern Festival occurs on the 15th day of the Chinese New Year. It's a day that is meant for family reunion, harmony, peace, and forgiveness. In fact, on this day, the traditional food that we eat is a glutinous rice dumpling, also known as tangyuan or yuanxiao. And tangyuan is phonetically very similar sounding as tuanyuan, which means family reunion. So with that, I hope you're all able to enjoy some time with your family today, embrace your loved ones, and share in this holiday and celebrate with us. On behalf of myself and my court, we wish you a happy Lantern Festival, happy Chinese New Year, and happy Year of the Tiger. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm the first princess, Wendy Tu, and I'm a proud neonatal ICU nurse. Thank you all for attending today. I want to wish you guys a happy new year, Gong Hei Fa Choi, and Sun Nin Fai La.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shuru Han, and I am the second princess on the Miss Chinatown Court. Thank you all so much for coming and joining us for the Lantern Festival today, and thank you so much for tuning in if you are listening from home. I wish you all a happy new year and a happy Lantern Festival. Thank you.
Happy Year of the Tiger, everyone. My name is Kimberly, or Lao Wai King, and I am your Miss Chinatown Los Angeles Third Princess 2022. I am 26 years old, and I am from Arcadia, California. Currently, I work for the water utility company in San Gabriel Valley, where we keep life flowing. I wish everyone a happy and prosperous year. Happy New Year and Xing Nian Kuai Le.
Hello everyone, thank you for being here on this Saturday to celebrate the Lantern Festival with us. My name is Megan Thompson and I am the Miss LA Chinatown 4th Princess. I'm currently a junior at Cal State University Fullerton, where I study communication studies with an emphasis on intercultural and interpersonal communications. I want to wish you guys a very prosperous Chinese New Year and thank you so much for being here. Gong Hei Fa Choi.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. My name is Selena, and I'm the Miss Photogenic of this year's Miss Chinatown Court 2022. My goal is to raise awareness and positive representation of my AAPI community, and I'm sure that we'll be doing great this year with my Miss Chinatown Court. And thank you so much. Happy New Year, everybody.
It is in the low 50s right now. I think maybe 40 something. It's so cold, I'm shaking. But please give a big round of applause to these beautiful, intelligent, and courageous girls. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They're beautiful just standing right there. Thank you so much. Go back to your seat. Someone, if you have a jacket that you can spare, please. All right, and I want to thank all of our elected officials, all of our guest speakers for joining us today. Okay, so I'd like to introduce our first performers to come onto the stage, as I know a lot of you are excited to see them. They are among Southern California's finest young dancers, singers, and musicians. Please give a warm welcome to Director Kareli Montoya de Cuela and America's premier Mexican-American folk dance company, Los Angelitos, also Ooh, they brought their own fans, also known as Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles. Joining them is another spectacular group, Mariachi Garibaldi Juvenil, led by three times Grammy winner, Jimmy Cuella. Let's give them a warm Lantern Festival welcome.
De ahí no sé cuál. Okay. This first one you can put. Yeah, I have it. The first one, the trumpet, we're gonna put it on the harp. On the harp? Yeah, the trumpet. Okay.
My God, what a gentleman. Let's give a big round of applause to the council member, De Leon. Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, good luck, okay? So, well, you know what? For those of you who are tuning in from home, it's raining here, but the kids were wonderful. I've never enjoyed, you know, these dance so much, and I never enjoyed mariachi bands so much, but they're wonderful. I wanted to learn how to do the dance. Only I can because I can't do the double R sound. All right, well, let's hear it again for the Los Angelitos and Mariachi Garibaldi Juvenil.
Bravo!
Bravo, that's right. Up next are performers from the Asian Arts Talent Foundation, founded in 2003 by artistic director Donna Chen and choreographer Ling Mei Lian to share Chinese culture and dancing arts. The Asian Arts Talent Foundation will perform the traditional Chinese fan dance. So please join me in welcoming them to the Lantern Festival, and thanks again to our council member, Lydia.
Thank you, Gigi. Thank you.
Come on, you guys don't need me to tell you. Let's give them a big round of applause. They are the Asian Arts Talent Foundation. What wonderful, wonderful performance. And yes, it's raining here. For those of you who's joining us from home, you're lucky. But we're having so much fun out here, aren't you guys? That's right, everyone's having fun. Now, earlier we got to see the lions, but this group, they're coming back. They're the Northern Shaolin Kung Fu, which is practiced at the Shaolin Temple in the Henan province. Represents the origin of all styles of Kung Fu, and we're so excited that they're here to demonstrate their style today. And let's welcome the Northern Shaolin Kung Fu Association under the direction of Ken Hui. Let's give them a big round of applause. Woo! again to the Shaolin, Northern Shaolin group. They're wonderful. Well, for those of you who can't see, it's pouring here, but it's I don't know, it's actually warmer than earlier. I'm having so much fun. All of our people here too. Exactly, it's exciting here. So thanks again, guys. Now, let's change the rhythm slightly as we listen for the Chinese drums of the dancers, directed by Ting Ning Cheng. Here is the Xin Yang Yang Dance Group. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Let's give them a big round of applause. They're just so festive also. All right, today we still have a lot of wonderful performances coming up. So let's introduce our next group. I love them. Our next group was founded by Ali Vega and is based in Los Angeles. Through their community workshop, this unique troupe of performers blends elements of Filipinx dance with contemporary hip-hop and trains students in yoga, Filipino martial arts, and freestyle. Here is the Ancestral Vision Movement. Let's give them a big round of applause. Woo-hoo! Thank you, Ali, and thanks again to the Ancestral Vision Movement. All right. Well, our next performer is a favorite of the Chinese American Museum. He is a rapper, a poet, a spoken word artist, and an activist. Most recently, he was recognized as an artist at Work Fellow and has performed on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., and in the Obama White House. So, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly introduce to you Jason Chu.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Hey, sunny Los Angeles. Days like today are why I love living in SoCal. It's dope to be with y'all. Like, I love this, man. It's been raining, and we still rocking strong. So, one Los Angeles. It's a beautiful thing. My name is Jason Chu. I'm a rapper, poet, activist, and I'm super, super proud to be here at the Chinese American Museum at, historic El Pueblo, Olvera Street. This represents our city so much. I got a little poem to share with y'all, if that's cool. If y'all can brave 3 more minutes of precipitation, if that works. That was supposed to be an applause line. They just do the thing. All right, shout outs to Lowell, shout outs to the team, Under One Groove. This poem is called Dumplings and Benjamin Franklin. Dumplings and Benjamin Franklin. Russell Jung says Chinese people speak 2 love languages fluently: food and sacrifice. He does. He's a great man. Every time I visit her apartment, my grandma does 2 things. She cooks pan-fried dumplings, and she presses a new $100 bill into my hand. Benjamin Franklin wrapped in a red envelope like a robe. Grandma lives across from the Montgomery Mall, where we walk after lunch, bellies straining to search up and down the aisles of KV toys. I lie on her rough carpet through the late afternoon, playing with my new Legos as she watches Chinese news on her old TV. Let me tell you about Grandma. Grandma is an immigrant, worked to support 3 sons, knows how to leave everything behind, knows these dollars are nothing more than a nursery of fading green, paper-thin cocoons transforming labor into life. What kind of particular idiot collects shed skin and dead hair and calls that life? I do. For 2 months, my friend David hid every mirror in his house, turning frames and taping up newspaper until he was living in a perpetual state of tornado readiness. He said the more he looked at himself, the less he saw others. I'm afraid to accept that I've forgotten how to see you, grown used to seeing what I need from you. Terrified to confess that I care more about what I'm saying than who I'm saying it to. That's not language, it's a mirror. And isn't our world filled with mirrors, kisses like cold glass, songs that are clear and clean like the air in a bank? Maybe the answer is learn from Grandma. I'll cook you your favorite food. Press into your hand my stored labors, which you will spend on late afternoons with me. If I'm gonna live in a world where kisses taste like summer and palms sing like 2 palms warm against each other, I will need to speak in a language I haven't yet mastered, but need to learn how. Russell Jung says Chinese people speak 2 languages fluently: food and sacrifice. Thank you, everyone. Shout outs to Los Angeles, our great city. Shout outs to over 200 people tuning in on the live stream. My name is Jason Chu. Happy Lantern Festival, Year of the Tiger. Let's go.
Thank you, Jason. It's so touching. I got tears in my eyes. It's wonderful. That's why he's the Chinese American Museum's favorite. Thank you so much, Jason, for being here. Now, I'm excited to introduce to you the next performer. She has been playing the.
1 minute.
Oh, okay.
They're bringing it out.
Oh, okay, but are we still streaming?
Yes.
Okay. Well, how about I speak for over 1 minute, okay? All right, well, Jason, come over. Let's hear it again, everybody. This is the guy. Somebody take a picture for me.
Oh, yeah.
Touch my heart.
200 people taking a picture after us right now.
Here. All right. Thank you.
Wait, you want me to stay?
Yeah, no, you're good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It really, really did touch my heart. Okay, so I remember the two languages that Chinese people speak is food. That's so right, okay? We eat everything that moves by itself, okay? And sacrifice, that's right. Well, I don't want to go too much into that because it's going to make me cry, but thank you again, Jason. Well, I'm really excited to introduce to you the next performer, and she's been playing the guzheng, which I also learned when I was really young and gave up after 10 lessons. Guzheng is a traditional Chinese musical instrument rarely heard in the United States, but it's a beautiful, beautiful sound. And our performer, she has been playing for more than 10 years and likes to choose the songs from both Chinese and Western culture. So today, let's see what she has in store for us. Let's hear it from Christina Chu.
Hi everyone, my name is Christina. Today I have prepared two songs for you actually, which you might actually know. One from a very popular game, Genshin Impact, and the other from the movie, Spirited Away. I hope you guys enjoy. 大家好，我叫朱玉珍，我今天准备了2首歌给你们听。第一首是从一个游戏叫《原神》，另一首是从一部非常有名的电影叫《千与千寻》，希望你们喜欢。
careful. Those are two songs. Hey, help her down.
Thank you, Christina. Yes, thank you. Let's have a shout to help her down. That's a beautiful, beautiful sound that guzheng can bring. And Christina, she hasn't learned for that long, but she's so, so good. And she's so young too. So, well, thank you, Christina. It is time now to introduce the final act for this year's Lantern Festival. So I want everybody to please join me in welcoming back the Asian Arts Talent Foundation as they perform the Red Lantern Dance for the Lantern Festival. Let's hear it. That's the Asian Arts Talents Foundation. What a wonderful performance to end today's wonderful event. And guess what, everyone? The sun is out. That's right, the sun is out. Just like everything in life, there may be rains, there may be storms, but guess what? The sun will always come back out. So I want to thank everyone for coming. I hope everyone has enjoyed today's program as much as I had enjoyed being your MC today. And yeah, it's a fun day. I want to thank all the people who are here again. So we want to thank Dr. Gay Yun, Patricia, the Honorable Kevin, who held the umbrella for me. Thank you. Wendy, Mike, and Hong for coming here. All the beautiful Miss Chinatowns. And I want to thank all the performers, including the Northern Shaolin Kung Fu Association, the Los Angelitos, and the Mariachi Band are wonderful. We have Asian Art Talents Foundation, Ancestral Vision Movement, Chinese Drum by Xing Yang Yang, Christina Chu, and Jason Chu. So thank you all for coming. I want to give a big round of applause to all the staff that's been working behind the scene. First of all, thank Mike. Everybody was thanking Mike. You know why? Because we have such a great event. It's all because of Mike and the staff and Rochelle, everybody. And then I want to thank the musical staff. Wait, here we go. I have the name, but anyway, I want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for joining and tuning in. So we hope to see you next year at the 22nd anniversary Los Angeles Lantern Festival. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
And thank you so much to Gigi, the MC of the mostest.
I didn't recognize her with this orange outfit. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gay Yun. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tommy. See y'all next year. Bye-bye.